everyone, it's Stephanie Ketcher at Remax and love living in Kitchener-Waterloo. Today I'm going to answer a question I get asked a lot from buyers. They want to know if they should be writing a letter to the sellers when offering on a property. And honestly, it does depend on your situation, but most often, absolutely yes. So the market has changed a bit, obviously. When I started selling real estate 12 years ago, what used to happen was I would go in person and I would meet with the selling agent and the sellers. So husband and wife and the selling agent, both sellers are there with their agent and myself as well. I get to then talk you up, right? These people are great. They got kids. They just got married. Or, they're going to treat this house so well. They love this about the house. They plan on changing that, or they don't plan on changing a single thing. I think they'll fit in great with your neighborhood, or they know a couple neighbors 2 doors down. Whatever the situation might be, what makes you a great buyer for that home, I used to be able to say that in person and make that connection with the seller. Now, we're a little more digital. So a lot of offers are going digitally through. I don't actually speak with the sellers in any way. I do speak with their agent, but I don't speak with the sellers, so they don't get that connection to my buyers that they normally would. So writing a letter is definitely helpful to do that. Writing a letter puts a face to a name. It gives you a personality. You can include a picture if you want. It tells them about your situation. Now, not every seller cares that you can't wait to use their gardens, or they don't care that your kids are going to love going to the school that's just a few blocks down. They only care about the number and that's it, and that's perfectly fine. Most people only care about the number in a transaction. However, if you are moving into a home where someone maybe has owned it for a long time, they love their neighbors, they want to make sure that they choose someone just right to fit into their neighborhood that they're leaving, or maybe they're not really leaving the neighborhood. Maybe they're going a few blocks away and they don't want their neighbors to hate them for who they chose to live in this house. So having a letter will give them a better idea of who you are and why you should be living in that house, and it helps them to make a decision. Especially if there are 2 numbers that are very, very close together, they might be more inclined to choose you because they like your story, even if the other number is maybe a little bit higher. Obviously, if the number is a lot higher, a letter is not going to make a difference. Pulling on those heartstrings with a letter can definitely make the difference when it's only a few $1,000s apart, because a lot of people care about who lives in their home and who's going to be there after they leave for their neighbors. Maybe they have elderly neighbors and they shovel their driveway now. Maybe they want to have someone who might do the same thing for that elderly neighbor going forward. So it's important to kind of know their situation and provide yourself in the absolute best light. And a letter is a really, really great way to do that. And that gets presented to the seller at the same time as your offer. So it's a great way to show some personality on who you are and why you love the home, and really talk up that home a bit and why you should be the winning buyer. If you want a couple sample letters, I have some really, really great ones. I've had some past clients write, and I would be more than happy to share with you a basic letter as a framing that you could start when you are buying a property with me. I can give you a couple ideas of what would work best with a buyer's letter to help you get the home of your dreams. So remember, there's always fun to be had in real estate. Let's get together and have a laugh.